Hey guys, back with another video. Today I'd like to talk about Darksiders. So with the anticipation of Darksiders 3 coming out this week, I started playing through Darksiders, the Warmastered edition, about a couple weeks ago I started through and I just got through it this week. So I kind of want to talk about it. And I know that Darksiders has a pretty hardcore fan base, but at the same time I feel like a lot of people don't know about this game. I have a lot of friends that are gamers, and when I talk to them about Darksiders, they're like, "Yeah, I've heard of it," or that's about all that they know. So I feel like it's a game that more people should enjoy. So I kind of just wanted to touch base, and hopefully with this video, I can reach some more people who have not played it and get them to play it. So Darksiders is a hack and slash RPG that was originally released in January 5th, 2010 on the PS3 and Xbox 360. It was released later on that year on the PC and was met with positive feedback for the most part from critics, receiving a Metacritic score of 83. The game was developed by Vigil Games and published by THQ. Most people will tell you that the game steals things from The Legend of Zelda, God of War, Portal, or Bayonetta, to name a few. And well, for the most part, they're right. And I mean, the important thing is that it does steal some things, and it does a great job at it. I initially owned the game on the PS3 version. I ended up playing Darksiders Warmastered Edition on the PS4, and that's the version that I'll be talking about for the most part in this video. And that version was released on October of 2016 on the PS4, Xbox One, Wii U, and PC. I played through the PS4 version. I have the PS4 and the Wii U version, but I played through the PS4 version because it plays at 60 frames per second, and the Wii U only plays at 30 frames per second. The War Mastered edition was developed by Nordic Games, since Vigil Games is no more after THQ had gone through some bankruptcy issues a few years back. But in Darksiders, you play as War, who's one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. The Horsemen are a warrior brotherhood created by the Charred Council, and the Charred Council acts as a mediator of sorts between the kingdoms of heaven and the kingdoms of hell, who have been at war with each other since the beginning of time. Then comes along the kingdom of man, who the council believes, when ready, will be an important part of the end war. Seven seals were created and only to be broken when man was ready for the end war. The game starts in the present day, where war arrives on Earth to where it appears the end war has begun. Unfortunately, the seventh seal has yet to be broken, and man gets demolished. War gets blamed for everything since he jumped the gun. War demands that the council let him prove his innocence, and the council agrees, but War has to lose all his powers and would be bound by the Watcher, who is the servant of the council, and can kill War if he basically disobeys what the council has for his agenda to do. The Watcher is voiced by Mark Hamill, and War is voiced by Liam O'Brien. This game has top-notch acting or voice acting from every character, and it really adds to the story. So the story then starts 1,000 years after this, and War embarks on his journey. He starts bare bones with only his sword and a few basic combos. As you progress through the game, you will gather souls from the enemies that you slay. You can use these souls to purchase weapon upgrades or weapon combos from the demon merchant Volgrim. These upgrades and combos make killing all the demons much more enjoyable. They are all simplistic yet effective combos, which are easily defined in your menu system. As you move through the world, you will also be searching for various collectibles ranging from health chests, soul chests, artifacts, life shards, also known as heart containers, or new weapons. This makes exploring the world and areas more rewarding. Now, this is a semi open world game, but I would say that it leans more to the linear game. You are open to roam through certain areas and dungeons, but for the most part, it filters you towards one direction. I really appreciate this, as I do enjoy open world games, but not everything needs to be open world. Sometimes I like to have a predetermined path laid out for me, and this does a good job of doing that while giving you some room to roam around. As you progress along, you spend about half your time in combat and half your time doing puzzles. I felt that they balanced between the two very well, and I never really got bored of one or the other. The combat is fluid and it keeps fresh as you continue to find new weapons, and then unlocking new combos for those weapons and upgrades for those weapons. And the puzzles start pretty easy, which help to build your confidence, as the difficulty definitely step up once you hit the later dungeons. Your puzzles also stay pretty fresh, as you will find new items and abilities throughout the game, so the methods for solving these puzzles continue to change throughout. Then you have the boss battles, which is usually my favorite part of every game. They do a great job of having unique boss battles and unique methods to defeat them, meaning that the bosses are usually puzzles themselves. It will usually take you a minute to figure out what you're supposed to be doing, but once you do, they really aren't too tough to defeat, which is not to say that they aren't a challenge, because they are. Um, all in all, I love this game. I mean, I would recommend it to anyone who is a fan of games like Zelda, God of War, Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, or even Portal. I believe that PS4, Xbox One, and PC will be your best experience, but this was a beautiful game even on the PS3 back when I played it on there, and on the Wii U. So performance-wise, it ran great on the PS4, and I didn't notice any drop in frame rate. I have heard complaints about the voice acting not being in sync with the cutscenes, but this was almost a non-issue for me. I mean, I was paying attention to this because I heard it was so bad, and I, to be honest, didn't even notice it until maybe one of the last cutscenes. I was like, oh, it does seem like it's a little bit off, but that was the only cutscene that I really noticed. So if it was a problem, they must have patched it out by now. So yeah, I started off on playing Darksiders for the PS3. That's the one that I initially started on. Then when I kind of started going back playing through again recently, I knew that there was the Warmastered edition. I decided to pick that up, and I did not regret it. I mean, it was a significant upgrade in my opinion. I definitely felt that it controlled a lot better on the PS4, and it could have just been that I'm used to the controller. And there's still issues. I feel like there's some minor issues with the camera angle sometimes gets a little bit strange, but the version on the Wii U is pretty good as well. Like I said, the frame rate is only 30 frames per second, not 60 on this, which is a minor drawback. But this was also one of the last games I think published on the Wii U, so it could be pretty collectible. That's why I ended up picking it up. But yeah, the PS4 is the one that I played, and like I said, I can't recommend that one enough. Then there's also Darksiders 2, which came out on the PS3, Xbox 360, and there's also a remastered edition on the PS4, Xbox One, PC, all that, and Wii U as well. I believe it was the PS4 Game of the Month, maybe about 5-6 months ago. That follows the story of war. And then you have Darksiders 3. Jeez. And then you have Darksiders 3, which came out this week. Here's the steelbook from the collector's edition. I did that unboxing a couple of days ago. But that follows the story of Fury. And you can play any of these games. I know it's 1, 2, and 3, but you don't really have to play them in order. Because the story is kind of going all, they're all fighting their own battle, simultaneously. So it doesn't really matter which order you play the games in. The second one, I think, from what I haven't completed the second one, but from my understanding, it's the weakest of the 3. But there could be some people who it's their favorite, for all I know. But that's it, guys. I mean, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. If you have played the game, let me know. And like I said, even if you had the one for the PS3, Xbox 360, I think that the one is worth revisiting. The Warmastered edition is worth revisiting and playing again. But hope you guys liked it. If you liked this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to see more videos. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.